on my level. Give you what you need. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat. Lean in just a little. I feel your body heat. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat. Put you on the level. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat. Lean in just a little. Wanna watch me as I walk, slay, serve, repeat.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of I Live for This Review with Trinity the Tug and
Dontel Sparkles.
you look absolutely stunning.
Thank you. And you look extra butch today.
Well, girl, I have been, girl, this is like so much beard and it's gray. I have been traveling for 3.5 days. I just got to my new house in Los Angeles. I'm exhausted.
And when
Girl,
she says just got there, she literally just got there. And I'm like, you stupid bitch. Like, why are you on the go 24/7? I said, let's just do this tomorrow. She said, no, let's get it over with. Let's get it done.
Well, because you know how people are, they want, this comes out on Tuesdays, and if we miss that, then, people get, they have a routine. And
No,
we
people
want
look
that.
forward to this. I get it.
Yeah. So I want to make sure we're doing this for the fans. And so just if you're watching this, know that I have sacrificed sleep for this.
You're dead, honey.
But I'm going to try to, I think next week I will be able to continue in drag. It's just
Yay.
this past 2 weeks has been hell with this move. But finally here, again, you look absolutely gorgeous and soft and supple.
I literally got painted in an hour.
That's fierce.
Yep.
That's fierce. That's unusual for you.
Very much so. You know me. I love a good old 2 solid hours to get ready.
Yes, ma'am. Well, just like normal, please go subscribe, like, and comment if you want our merch package worth $1,000. You're gonna get merch from me, Chantel, Glitter Bomb Wigs, a Glitter Bomb wig, the merch from I Live for This Review, merch from every single girl from season 17. I think we're even going to give away, and that just goes to one person. And I think we're even going to give away 1 or 2 shirts to random people, just as an extra giveaway. And you can enter from anywhere in the world. So just make sure that you're liking every review from season 17, you're commenting on every review from season 17, and you're subscribed to the channel. And we will check all of those. Honey.
Yes, God.
Yes, God. Well, let's get into this. Let's do
this.
I will preface this before we get into this. Y'all already know I'm not a sappy person.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, girl.
When I was making these notes, I was sitting here saying, I was like, cut. I was like, Trinity ain't going to want to cover this. She ain't going to want to cover this. This whole episode was mushy, mush, family go lucky. Bring around the Rosie, kumbaya. I was like, she ain't gonna want to cover any of this whole episode. Let's go straight to the runway and call it a day.
I did for the sake of the episode. I did write down some notes of the sappy sap. I'm just not. I have no feelings.
Well, nothing moves, even your face.
Yeah, I have no emotions.
Yes.
But let's get into this. The girls walk in and Sam breaks down in front of the mirror, which is very unusual. I've never, ever, not once seen.
I know. I was like,
Sam
oh,
cry.
she's an actress.
Yeah, I don't know if she was acting.
No, I know. I just thought it was funny because we don't ever see her cry or that emotion.
Girl, at all. I've never seen her cry. I don't know. I may have seen you cry once. I don't even know.
No, girl.
We just don't cry.
I was just having this conversation with Madison. I said, girl, I remember the last time we got into an argument. Actually, we've had 2 arguments. The first one, we got into an argument over a fucking Walmart rag that I was stoning with. And you got pissed because I was using it to stone with. And I was like, girl, is it that fucking serious? I will literally buy you a Walmart rag from Walmart and replace it. Girl, you had snapped like Mommy Dearest and you were like, no more wire.
Well, this was before we were making money, bitch. So the Walmart rag was hard to come by, honey.
It
even
sure
for the
was.
99.
That was so funny, though.
But yeah, so Sam's crying. I've never seen her cry. She's really emotional this episode. Um, you can tell she was shook
Oh
for
yeah.
being in the bottom, and then that lip sync was so good. Like it could have went either way, and the fact that she was saved, like, girl, it shook her to her core.
Well, I think it's just really starting to wake people up and realize, girl, anybody could go home at this point. Like it don't matter if you have wins or not.
Yeah, I mean the this last round of girls that we're getting so close to the finale. This what the girls that are left are so good, each and every one of them. It's like, wow, whoever goes home, it's crazy. It's
Oh,
crazy.
they're gonna be
Um,
gagged.
so they're gonna be gagged. Yeah, I mean I'm gonna be gagged. Lexi says to Anya, "Thanks for letting me ride up that escalator with you." What do you think she meant by that?
Are you talking about the when she won with Anya?
Yes.
I think it's because, Anya kind of carried. That's
Yeah,
my
I
that's
feel
my
like
opinion. I think that she's just good at what she does, and Lexi knew to like latch on to her because she's got so many wins that she's like, "Well, thank you for letting me ride the escalator by taking me to the win."
I feel like Lexi did so good this last episode.
Mhm.
Like, have some confidence in yourself. Like,
Girl, for real.
you won too. It wasn't just Anya. So have some confidence in yourself and give yourself some credit. You
Yeah.
know, like it's one thing to be overconfident, but like to undersell yourself and give all the credit to somebody else. Now, Anya was amazing,
Yeah.
but they could have easily have picked somebody else to win.
I see a lot of myself in Lexi when it comes to the no confidence thing, just because you know me, when I first met you, it was even worse. Like you had to like beat confidence in me. And I still struggle with it. So when I see her like doubting herself or saying those things, I see where she's coming from, but this is Drag Race, girl. You can't be dealing with that. You got to fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Um, Anya now has 4 wins. She has 4 wins, double the wins out of anybody that's near her.
Yep. I
That's
mean,
great.
as you can see, I mean, the optics, it just seems like she's gonna win.
I mean, girl, I will say this though, they've had many winners that have pulled ahead this far and they don't crown them.
Yeah.
Now, also, they've had winners that have pulled ahead so much and they do crown them. So it really is, it's really just what Drag Race wants.
Yep.
But I agree with you. Anya is so far ahead now. It's like, girl,
And she just
why, what
carries
we,
herself like a winner. Like she's just like so gracious. Like, when Lexi was like, "Thank you for letting me be a part of this." She's like, "Well, no, like you did great too. Like, thank you for letting me work with you." Like to me, that's just how a winner should act. Like they should be gracious. They should be nice towards everybody, but also check somebody, like what I said before in a couple episodes ago. She is always quick to check the bully in the room when it's awkward. And I think
yeah.
she just carries herself so much like a winner.
I've messaged her a couple of times through the season, just complimenting her, and each time she's like, "Thank you, Auntie. Oh, thank you. You inspire me, or you're so nice and so sweet, or whatever the case may be." She's just very down
Grateful
to
and
earth.
gracious.
Yeah, and I like that.
Me
I
too.
gravitate towards people like that. I like when people know they're good, but also just they don't take up all the air in the room. And
Right.
that's not a dig. That's not a dig at anybody specific. I'm just saying, like, I just gravitate
Just people in
towards.
general. Yeah.
Yeah, I gravitate towards people like her. You're like that. I feel like I'm like that. In the real world, when Sam's not on TV, Sam is like that. Jules is like that. I feel like we really, that's one of the things that I try to pride myself on with our drag family is in the real world, we are confident, but we allow everybody to have their
Their
space,
moment.
their own,
Yeah.
yeah, their moment, yeah. Um, Jules says that she is being overlooked, and Jules has been doing great, but she's being overlooked, or is she being overlooked, or is it fair critique from the other queens that she's the weakest?
I don't know. I feel like Jules has been overlooked. She's been so close to winning so many things. Like her acting chops are sickening. She's funny. She knows how to do some fierce runways. Now, this last one, a little bit questionable, but that's a whole different story, honey. But no, for real though, she has been slaying the runways. Like she is, I would say she's one of the fashion queens of the season. Um, but definitely being overlooked. And I might be being a little biased, but I think she's deserved some more wins.
I also agree. I think she could have easily have won several other challenges.
And she's been so close.
And she's been so close and she's been in the top. I think she's done incredible this season too.
Yeah.
This top five has been so good. I know this has been kind of controversial season because a lot of fans either really love the season or they're really not feeling it.
Yeah.
But for me personally, even outside of the people that I know in the season, I really like it
I do
this
too. I think
season.
it's really
I feel
it's
like
like drama packed, but it's also like good drag. It's just good TV all around. I enjoyed it.
the only thing that I feel like is lacking this season is I do feel like the lip syncs are not as exciting
Mhm.
as previous seasons. But other than that, I feel like everything there's drama, the looks, the girls' personalities, the storylines, the challenges, the charisma, all of that I feel like is just really good. And this is probably one of my top 5 or 6 seasons
Ooh.
of Drag Race.
I thought it was really funny that in the confessional, Jules is like, "Bitch, I'm not going home." She's like, "I am like a roach. You can try to stop me, you can try to squash me, and I ain't going away. I am the roach of drag."
And then she was like, actually, no, 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 don't say that I'm the roach. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
I just thought it was so funny because like me and Madison, when we're playing video games, when we're trying to kill the opposing team on Marvel Rivals, um, we're always like, "Yes, Team Roach, you can't kill us."
That is funny.
Yeah.
So Rue comes in and says the main challenge is to spill the tea. Basically, this is a way for production to stir the pot. I mean, it literally is them stirring the pot. They asked all these kind of questions to push each other's buttons, and that's how we fuel more to these fires.
Yes.
Um, I will say that the ones that they pick at the most is Jules, and she is really self-aware and very good at
Reading
brushing
the
stuff
room.
off. So it's not really causing much drama. But we find out that Anya wins the mini challenge, and Rue announces that the maxi challenge is the makeover challenge, and it's their parents. I know that you personally have a lot of turmoil with your family, and
Yeah.
we don't have to get into that. But if you were to have to make over either your mom or your dad, who would you rather have done?
Probably my mom, just because she low key, she's a drag queen. Like as much as she has issues with, today's events, honey, I put her in drag before. If anybody wants to see it, they can go to my YouTube channel and see the drag transformation. It's about 7 years old, but you can at least see me putting my mom in drag. And I mean, she knows how to walk. She loves it. I mean, that's where I get my drag aesthetic from pretty much because she loves fashion. She loves makeup. She loves putting heels on. And so I think I would do her a lot better than my dad just because my dad seems a little bit more uptight. And
Although I will say, your dad and you look identical out of drag. Like he looks like an older version of you.
yeah,
So I think if you ever did have to paint him, he would look like you.
yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that too. I was like, if I was in this position and they had to bring somebody in, I probably would prefer Ethan. And you know me, like
Oh.
being away from Ethan, because me and Ethan are two peas in a pod. Like we're together 24/7. You're always telling me, bitch, like, why are y'all always together? Like you need to give yourself some space. But I honestly don't mind being around him 24/7. Like we enjoy each other's presence. But the fact like if I was gone for that long, girl, you know me, being
Yeah.
away from Ethan, I would be going through it. So if I saw him come to the room, it would just be exactly like what the girls went through, just break down in tears, just because, he's my babe.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Um,
And he'd be pretty, bitch. He's small and tiny, and he's got good bone structure, big ass lips.
and a big old ass.
You already know, bitch.
And he's sassy as all hell, bitch. Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
he would be reading those bitches.
But it's so funny though, because like I know we're talking too much about it, but I just think it's so funny because like anytime we talk about drag, and I always tell him like, bitch, don't do drag. Don't pick up a
Oh,
wig.
hello?
We ain't
No,
doing none of that. I don't date another drag queen. I've dated drag queens before and it never fucking works. So no.
girl. There's only
But he
one
tried to put
panty
on a wig
wearer.
one time and he put a wig on. He said, never again. It's too itchy. I don't know how y'all do it.
Yes, girl. There's only one panty wearer in this relationship. Although my boyfriend has joked about if he ever did it, he would be fierce at doing a death drop. Girl, I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you ain't got no ass. If you fall, you're gonna break
He
a
would
hip,
break into pieces.
girl. Uh, so when the parents come in, it is so emotional. So like Sam's mom comes in and they just both cry. And I'm like, oh my God, this is emotional. And
Yeah, I was
then
like, oh, like I really felt for them. I was like, this is so sweet. Like Drag Race really made this like a moment.
this was a moment. This was like probably the best, most emotional. And then when Anya's dad came in, it was
Yes.
so emotional. And when Jules' dad came in, he was like, "Hey, Queen." It just was such a feel good moment. It made me want to vomit, but it was nice. It was
Yeah.
a really nice moment, and you could tell it was very genuine. So I
Yeah, it was
really
a
liked
nice switch
that.
up.
Yeah. All these stories are super emotional. I don't know if it's because I'm really close to a few of the contestants now, but it really did give me chill bumps whenever I was like listening to some of their stories.
Yeah.
Um, when Sam was talking about doing so good and that his mom is going to be so proud, I was just like, she really is going to be so proud, and
Well, you
she
can
is.
tell too that Sam is so close to his mother because
Yeah,
like he cried multiple times throughout the episode, just like having a conversation and just like all of a sudden burst out into tears. I was like, you can tell, like they are very, very close.
yeah, they're like best friends.
Yeah.
Um, Lexi with her mom is an interesting one because we've heard from Lexi's confessionals that she's had like a checkered past with her mom, with
Yeah.
her kicking her out and calling, not by her pronouns and all that stuff. So to see her use her right pronouns and accepting her is really great. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that this episode mended some of those um the turmoil that Lexi battles internally, because I know that's important for people, and I hope that that continues even after this. I mean, I know this was filmed a year ago, so I'm hoping that the relationship continues to be good.
Yeah, me too.
um the dads and the boobs, girl. The dads with the boobs. This is hilarious. I like Anya's dad just flopping the boob. I'm like,
Yes.
y'all really want titties? Straight men want titties. They do.
They do. They can sit here and say that they don't, but they want them. Trust.
They would play with them all day, honey, all day.
But listen, I wouldn't want that rack that Jules' dad put on because that was a whole car
Huge,
on his chest.
girl. It was huge. I was
My
like, oh
man.
my god. But the boobs matched the shoulders, honey.
They did, bitch.
It's really funny where Susie's trying to explain to her mom about this duct tape headpiece. Her mom is not having any of this.
Yeah.
She's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
But go ahead and say what you were saying.
No, I was just gonna say that Susie's mom seemed like the most conservative compared to everybody else, and you could tell
Yeah.
because Susie was really like kind of envying everybody else's parents. But I did see that like her mom genuinely did want to try. I think her mom just had like seemed a little tired, maybe from the travels or something. I'm not sure.
Well, it was like I think I mean obviously I don't know Susie or her mom,
Yeah.
but it's from what Susie says in the episode, it sounds like her mom's never been like a like maybe a warm person, like as far as like what because Susie brings up that she notices everyone's really close to their parents, like they're their best friend, and she doesn't have that same experience.
Yeah.
And so that makes me ponder, okay, what exactly does that mean? And it makes me understand, okay, this is why her mom's acting kind of like this. But while everyone's talking in the workroom, Lexi's telling her mother, who was left in the competition, she brings up Susie. And in her confessional, it's like a light bulb goes off. Lexi realizes that the reason why she's having this conflict with Susie in her head is because she sees herself in Susie, and she
Mm,
sees that Susie is the path that she probably would have taken had she not done drugs and
mm,
all those other things.
yeah.
So it's almost like a reflection of like what could have been, and that's why she's been in her head. It's really interesting to see this in this episode because it's like she realized it herself, and
Yeah.
it relaxed her. It's almost like she exhaled for the
Mm.
first time about Susie. And I found that very interesting with Lexi. Lexi's a very complex person, and she's very chaotic, but also like you totally understand the person she is because of the things that she's been through.
Yeah.
And yeah, I found this episode very interesting, the dynamic of it, emotional, all of that.
I did think it was funny how when they were trying to come up with the names for each other's drag name, and Anya's dad was like, "What about Robin Banks?"
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. I
That
loved
honestly
that.
would have been so genius, but it obviously didn't go with Nerve. But I just thought it was so funny because it could be Robin, like Robyn or whatever you want to spell it, and then Banks. It would have been so fierce.
Yeah, because her dad had went to prison for a while,
I
so it kind of
know.
like was like a play on that. Yeah.
All right, so let's start off with RuPaul. She's in this silver, it almost looks like a gold silver-ish, like really short dress with these really tall thigh high boots. Icy white hair, her signature icy white hair. Girl, let me tell you, when she walked out in this, I
It
gagged.
was over. It was
It
over.
was
I
motherfucking over.
this on my TV looked straight up gold.
Okay, but I'm
Um,
just looking at the picture here.
yeah, I was gagged. Like
I was gagged.
the shape, the mininess of the dress, the finish of the bottom of the dress. It was so fashion, so current,
I love the
so
hair too
young.
because it's not so like, you know how RuPaul usually does her just big blown out like solid tease hair. This is more like kind of like dance hair.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I love
Now,
her jewelry too.
I don't know if this is true or not, but the reason why we're seeing different hair like vibes from RuPaul this season is because apparently, and I don't know that this is true or not, so don't fact check me because I don't know. But what I heard from somebody who does know that realm, like the people that are there,
Mhm.
said that Raven has been helping Rue style the wigs this season. So
Oh,
basically, you know, anybody that buys like RuPaul, obviously she buys good quality wigs. And so that way she can reuse them over and over and over and have them restyled and all that kind of stuff, which most people do.
yeah.
So so she's had these wigs and then she's having Raven help her restyle them.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're seeing a different vibe of the hair,
Hmm.
which I think is interesting. I wish, girl, I mean, if they're never gonna cast you. They need to fucking hire you to be her
That's what
hairstylist.
somebody else said. They said, Chantel, fuck getting on the show. They were like, you need to become RuPaul's hairstylist. I was like, listen, I'll take either, bitch.
Girl, if Raven ever retires and wants to do something else, girl, Rue needs to hire you to do her makeup and her hair,
But
honey.
girl, to style them wigs, I want a down payment of $100,000.
Yes, bitch. You need to be like, Rue, I want a crown. If
I'm gonna
I'll
do
do
your
your
hair
hair.
in my crown.
Yeah, I'm gonna do your hair and your makeup. I'm gonna make you look so fierce, but I want to be a winner.
hmm While I'm doing your hair, I'm gonna be wearing the crown and having that $100,000 in my bank.
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. You better, bitch. But this is a fierce look. I say great pussy.
I do too. Great pussy. And the reason why too, I just like the fabric. Like it looks like it's non-stretch. It's fitted to her body. The thigh-high boots go all the way up past her knees. Like this is just a structured, fierce look. And you can tell the bitch is feeling it because she's like she's just
Yeah.
getting, you know what I mean? She's really feeling herself. So great pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, just to let everybody know before we get started with Michelle, I know we always say like mama or pop star, but just to make everything clear with you guys, we're gonna just keep it straight up and just say good pussy, great pussy, all that. We're gonna do the same thing that we always do, just so y'all don't get confused. So Michelle is in this cocktail dress. She's got a really plunging cutout around the chest area. I will say right off the bat, I clocked the hair. The hair is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And I
Yeah.
think I know who did this hair. It's my girl Mita Massacre. She
Mm.
always does this kind of hair. She does hair for Dita. Is that Dita Von Teese?
Yeah.
This hair and this it looks very much like a style that Dita would wear. And I'm living. I think that she looks like a pop star. Um, love the hair, love the dress. I even like the clear shoes. It looks like she's just ain't got shoes on, but they're pointed. I like it. I like the whole look. I think it's a great pussy.
I agree. I say great pussy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then next, let's go to the runway looks. So first up, we have Jules Sparkles, and she is in this snow bunny look. It's very much, I think it's, do you remember the designer who did this? She posted on her story.
The like what the inspiration was from?
Yeah, she posted it. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Let's see. She posted right here. Oh, she didn't tag the designer, but it looks like something that like Mugler or somebody would do. I don't know. But the idea was there. I could see that she was like, I see where she was going, but I think it was all about
Yeah.
the materials. This fabric that she used, the fur looks cheap as hell. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
I think that if she wanted to do something like this, she should have done something a little bit more fluffy and more like rounded because it just looked
Right.
like a flat coat. You know what I'm saying?
It needed to be like ostrich feathers,
Ooh,
like a boa, like something
bitch.
that needed to look lighter. I felt like the hood needed to be much bigger.
That's what I'm saying. Like fluffier.
Yeah, yeah,
Girl, that would have been fucking sickening. But you know how expensive that would have been?
girl, and
At least $1,500 per
and girl,
coat.
either you're gonna look expensive or you're gonna look cheap.
And you're gonna look, yeah, right, as of this. Love you, Jules, but this was definitely a bad pussy for me. I did do the wigs, and I thought the wigs looked so good on TV. I'm not, and maybe that's me being biased, but I thought it was like good styling because even with the coat like being on around the head or whatever, I just felt like it was just enough hair showing, but it didn't make up for everything else, honey.
The outfits were like you said, the idea was there. I like the concept of the pastel colors. I just felt like it needed to be more fluffy or
Yeah.
lighter looking or bigger silhouettes or like big shoulders or something. I absolutely hated the shoes and I hated the tights. I hated them. I hated them. I hated them. I was also thinking this was going to be a reveal and it wasn't a reveal. The makeup, now taking into consideration, it's her dad. The makeup is okay.
I feel like
And
she
then
should have contoured his chin a little darker.
Yeah. And then for the hair, I don't love the hair mainly because on her dad, for example, he's a dude.
Yeah.
He's a grown ass man. So like something this flat, she should have done something. She should have prepared for any size, shape of face.
Yeah.
And this looks great on her. Like the hairstyle looks great on her, but her dad is a different facial shape.
Yeah.
So I just think that this was a lot to be left to be desired. I also agree with you that for me the whole thing was a miss, and
Yeah.
I also say bad pussy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Lexi Love, and she's in her iconic look where it's all hearts and, representing love, which I thought was cute. It's definitely branding. However, for me, I thought the headpiece and a lot of the styling to this looked like she went to a Valentine's Day aisle and she took all the decorations and she glued them on her. That was just me. Like when I saw
Yeah.
it, like no tea, it's giving that. What do you think?
Yeah, it was messy. Um, it was I saw clips of the pit stop where Plastique was giving suggestions that you should never wear a light corset when you have like darker colors going on because it draws too much attention to that.
It really does.
And it does. And I feel like this looks a little hodgepodge thrown together. Like it almost looks like she's wearing like a Valentine's Day wreath in the
That's what I'm
hair.
saying. It
And
looked like she went to the Valentine's Day aisle and grabbed a bunch of shit and glued it on her head.
yeah.
Does
Yeah,
it look
and the
okay?
headpieces are
Like,
not
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
the headpieces are not the same. The hairstyles are not similar enough. The makeup is I don't know that I would have put that much highlighter on a mature woman.
Yeah.
Um, I also felt like the costume itself looked thrown together. This was not good to me.
Yeah.
I did not like this. I liked the coats, but I'm also gonna say bad pussy.
Yeah, I said bad pussy too. The corsets too also look like those corsets that you just
Amazon.
buy. Yeah, it's giving Amazon. There's no like wasp like shape to it doesn't give any type of fashion. No tea, like sorry, but a lot of it just seemed very thrown together. So for me, I'm gonna say bad pussy as well.
Yeah.
Next up we have Anya Nerve, and she is I don't even know how to describe the look. It's giving like little Bo Peep almost, like she just needs like a little cane. To me, this is just awful. Like this was,
It's not
I love
good.
Anya. I think that she's funny. I think she's fierce. But this, I don't even know why Anya would have chosen this because this don't even look like it represents Anya,
I don't
because
know. The makeup is not bad. The
I'm not
makeup
saying the
is
makeup, I'm talking about the look.
yeah, no, I'm giving a positive. Like the
Yeah.
makeup is not bad. I actually don't even mind the hair. It's not my favorite. I don't feel like the two go together, but the outfits, girl,
It's bad.
it was sad. It was very
Not
sad.
sad.
It was. It was very
It was
sad. It was
definitely not a
sad.
fairy tale or a happy ending, sweetie.
No, bitch. It was like, ooh, girl. No. Um, yeah, I would
Yeah.
say this is also a bad pussy.
Yeah, it just did not cut it for me. I don't even like how the skirts are like high in the back and then low in the front. Um, out of both of them, I do like Anya's better than her father's, but
Hmm.
it's still ugly. I don't like it.
It's not. Mm-mm.
It's still
Nope, throw
ugly.
it
So
away.
I'm gonna say bad pussy.
Yeah, bad pussy.
Next up, we have Sam Starr and her mom. She is wearing a denim look that is actually made by myself, but
Yeah.
I think she was supposed to actually wear the snakeskin dress that you made for. I think we both had matching snakeskin dresses for something. What was it for? Do you remember?
Um, I had made these snakeskin dresses for me and you, and then remember I made a bodysuit for Jordan, my drag mother, and we were going to do a picture together, and we just
Oh.
never got around to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so then what happened was she asked for those, and then she asked for these because she asked if she could borrow stuff from my closet. I said, yeah, take whatever. And I had these two
Yeah.
denim looks, and I thought it was so awesome to see her getting like positive feedback from not only La Roche but from the rest of the judges saying that these were great looks because like I know like a lot of the looks me and Ethan make together, but I made both of these looks by myself. I bleached them myself, I embellished them myself, everything. So I was just so excited for her to get good feedback. So I was like, okay, bitch, my sewing skills could be worthy enough to be on the drag race stage. So I was
Yeah,
excited.
bitch. Of course they could. Of course they
I
will.
know,
Yeah.
but like, like I have, as I was saying earlier, like a self-saboteur or like whatever in my head. I'm always doubting myself. But yeah, I mean, let's discuss the look. So she's in these bell bottoms with fringe. I think that to start off, both of the looks match each other. It's definitely giving family resemblance. She's got matching hats. The gold embellishments kind of match together. I will say she also took the same fabric as her mom's corset, the gold pointy boobs, and she made matching pointy boobs to go on her look, and she put them on herself. So I thought that was really cool because she tied both of the looks in. Um, there's really, I mean, I might be biased. I might be saying, something that it's stuff that I made, but I loved it. I thought it was a great pussy. I thought everything tied everything in. So for me, great pussy.
I don't think you're biased at all. I mean, it is exactly what the judges have said, and from what I've seen online, what everybody else is saying too. Um, yeah, this was a great look. She looked fantastic. Not only were the outfits immaculate, but the hair was similar, but not carbon copies. The makeup was, you could tell Sam had painted her.
And let me tell
Um,
you, her mom was snatched. When I saw her with no wig on
done.
and just mug, I was like, Sam turned her face out.
Yeah. This was the clear best makeover of the night for sure. I mean, like
Yeah.
there was nobody else that was even remotely close, in my opinion. It was a clear winner.
Yeah.
The bottom two are a little bit more muddy because several were not good, but I thought Sam was the obvious winner. So for me, this is a great pussy.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, we have Susie Toot, and she is in this black and white look. And it's definitely to me, it reminds me of like Minnie Mouse or something. Um,
Yeah.
I thought it was super cute. I didn't really like the little scarves that she had around their necks. And I understand why she did it. She wanted to do the scarves to like hide the um the makeup line. But for me, I still
Yeah.
didn't like that. But all in all, I thought this was great. Um, yeah, I thought she did good painting her mother too, especially when her mother hit the stage lights. Like it just blended everything. I thought this was a great transformation in family resemblance. So I say great pussy.
Yeah. I did like this. The the I was worried about the headpieces at first, but after she finished with them, it was really good. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, I finally found a connecting thing with Susie. She's using that technique that we use for old school headpieces,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, oh, I connect to her in this moment. I thought she did a great job. I thought the outfits looked really polished. It reminds me of the vintage, like the original Mickey
Ma-
Mouse,
exactly.
and I loved it. I thought it was different. It gives me very Susie Toot. It's very in the realm of where she got the characterization of her drag, like Betty Boop world.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm wrong, but I believe Betty Boop was created in the same realm as the original Mickey Mouse. I need to Google
And
that.
if I'm not mistaken, Betty Boop was originally based off of a black woman.
Yes, yes, yep. Um, so I'm loving all these references that reference back to what her drag style is.
Mhm.
And the only thing that I didn't like was, and these are just like me being like nitpicky,
Yeah.
is the hip pads on her mother didn't blend, like they were just like
Yeah,
lumps,
she
and
had like
then
real thin legs and then like these big old
real
ass
and like
hips, bitch.
yeah, yeah. And then her mom wasn't in heels at all. And I get it. I totally get that part. Like some people just can't wear heels. But I those are the two things that if I'm judging, I clocked.
Yeah.
But overall, good pussy. I thought it was good, really good.
Yeah. Well, that concludes all the runways. Who do you think is your favorite one?
Well, we can go ahead and just say who we think are the winners and who we think are the bottom two, because this was the challenge was the runway. So
Yeah.
I will say my winner, who I thought did the best, was obviously Sam.
Same. It was such a clear winner. I was like, Sam.
Yeah. And then my bottom two, although I could see any of the three in the bottom, my bottom two were Jules and Anya. But I could have seen Lexi in there easily too.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. We find out that the actual winner is Sam and the actual bottom two is Jules and Anya. And they lip sync to One Thing by Amory. Bitch, I remember lip syncing to this when I first started drag.
Yes.
Is this one thing that got me tripping? Bitch, I worked this out. I
My
haven't done it
favorite
in years.
one by Amiri is Take Control. Have you heard that one?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Girl, Amiri had some fucking bops, bitch.
Is it Amiri or Amory?
Amiri, I don't know, but at the end of the day, Amiri turned the party, bitch, with the singles.
Yes. Amory did. Yes, she did.
Yes.
Um, tomato, tomato. I thought it was a decent lip sync. They ended up keeping both of them. I see why. It's a very emotional episode, and why break up that good feel of what this episode represents when it's so positive, and I'm glad that they didn't send anybody home for this specific reason.
I
Um,
also think that Jules really turned it with the reveal. Like, bitch, I didn't even know she had a wig underneath her. Underneath that wig. She had a
yeah,
wig
girl,
underneath the wig.
that was just gone, bitch. I thought
I
it was a
will
decent lip
say,
sync. Go ahead.
I will say that her doing the reveal, there was no anticipation to the reveal. It was almost just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when it comes to like there's a difference between a seasoned drag queen, no tea, and then like a drag queen that, how would you just
It's
say
still
it?
figuring it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so for me, she should have, like, when you come out for a number, you have that cover up and you're just giving them a little bit. You're like, oh, you want this? And then
Yeah,
like the climax of the song hits, and then you take the cover off, and you take it off in a way where it's like you give it to them. For her,
yeah,
when she did it, I didn't get that.
yeah. I thought it was a pretty even lip sync. I would say Jules was slightly better in the lip sync, but just
I agree.
slightly. I thought it was an enjoyable lip sync. Anya was giving something completely different, so it was like you can't really compare apples to oranges because they just were different.
Yeah,
Um, but I did enjoy it,
yeah.
and I am glad that they stayed. It was emotional when at the end they both stayed. Anya ran to Jules and they hugged. I just love
Yes.
this season. I
Oh my
love this
God. And when
girl.
she ran to her and like she jumped in her arms, you could genuinely feel that like Anya and Jules are like, they got a connection. It's not just like, oh, thank you so much. We're both staying. No, like you could tell they were both genuinely happy for each other.
Yeah, and I feel like all of these girls that are left are really close to each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Super happy
Untucked
for
was,
Jules.
yeah, Untucked was another. bunch of all of this. It was more emotions, more like,
There wasn't
you know,
really anything in there.
yeah, there was nothing like I really want to talk about. I get
Yeah.
bored with like sappy stuff. So we're not gonna get into Untucked, but with all of this being said, who do you think is going to win this season?
Girl, I still feel like Anya.
Yeah. I feel like this gave an opportunity for someone else to move into that spot. Not that she can't win. I still think Anya, it's hers to lose, but her slipping up to the last minute because there's only what one more episode
Until the
before the
finale.
finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that does. I mean, now Sam has 3 wins. Anya has 4 wins. Lexi and Susie have 2 wins, and Jules has 1 win. If whoever wins this next one, it could push Sam over to tie. It could make Lexi and Susie be really close behind Anya, or
Mhm.
it could push Jules a little further where her track record's been so good.
Yeah.
So,
I just think
I'm
RuPaul really liked both of them and like really wanted to see them succeed. So he's like, I'm just gonna save them both.
yeah, I'm interested to see because at this point, like it really could anybody can still win.
Yeah.
Anybody can still win. Um, so,
Who do you
but
think is gonna be the winner?
I do agree with you. I do think it's going to be Anya, but I think that there's still time for somebody else to pull ahead. Not
Yeah.
necessarily in the amount of wins, but say say Anya fails next week too. You know what I mean? Like if she does at the end of the season, she's just tanking. That allows other people to pull up front of her in the race.
Yep.
But who knows? We'll see. We'll see this upcoming week.
Right.
But I just love this cast. I'm really liking this top 5. And it's gonna be sad to see one more person go. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they won't eliminate anybody, and it'll be a top 5.
Maybe
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
We will see.
They've done so
But
many saves though that RuPaul's like, bitch, go home. Bye.
girl, maybe it's in the first time in Drag Race history. This is the season with the most saves, honey.
Right.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We hope that you've enjoyed it. Make sure that you go follow Chantel on all of her socials, her hair page at Glitterbomb Wigs, me on TikTok under Trinity the Talk, and enter for a chance to win our $1,000 merch package. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment on all of our season 17 reviews. And until next time.
Bye.